Yeah, boy.
What are you doing, dude? You look so focused. Wait, let me guess. You just met the creator and they told you to become the strongest. Wait, that's actually what happened? That was a complete shot in the dark. Hey, how about this? How about I train you and teach you what I know? That way, I can make a video and you can get good. And also, so you don't end up like that guy over there. Yeah, I don't know what is wrong with him. Okay, one last thing. What is this camera that's following you around? It's kind of creepy, dude. Here, hold on, give me a sec. I hope you enjoyed that little cinematic I made. For any non-believers, that was actually Z and Yami. I have the receipts. They're right here. Haters. Yeah, haters. This video is going to serve as an advanced guide on Jujutsu Shenanigans. I'm assuming most people have an understanding on how to play the game normally at this point, so I won't be focusing on basic moves and how to play and how to dash and how to punch somebody, but rather all the moves I would consider, quote, hidden. And don't worry, I don't mean hidden in the sense where you end up needing to hit a wall 100 times to check for a secret tunnel in Dark Souls. To me, a hidden move is one that's not really directly told to you, such as air variations, combinations with using R, or whole separate secret moves requiring specific inputs. Some examples I can give are the world-cutting slash and riding Nue as Megumi. Oh, also, this is a PC guide. I don't play mobile or console, so I can't really help you there. Let's begin. If you don't know already, each character has an extra function that can be used by pressing R. Using this as Gojo, you can actually change a lot of your moves. The most well-known moves are pressing R after using Lapse Blue to kick your enemy downwards in the air. A nice tip with this is that you can actually press R and kick someone downwards that's just airborne in general. They can be like jumping off a building, or someone else kicks them up in the air and you can just interfere. Pressing red with red reversal allows you to teleport behind your enemy and use red. This is a stronger, quicker, and more unpredictable way to use this move. Gojo, when ulting, can actually hit a black flash. What you need to do is use maximum red and press R, which will create a visible red ball. When fired, it will begin to come back towards you, and if this ball collides with another player, it will bring them to you and you can hit a massive black flash. This move is a little harder to hit and much more punishing if you miss. When you do miss, you're going to get hit by that red ball and just look absolutely stupid.
Yeah, you suck.
The last thing Gojo can do is his maximum purple nuke, which I'm sure you all have seen before at this point. Killing somebody with maximum blue creates a lingering projectile which you can fire maximum red into, causing a massive explosion. Now, I'll cover some more technical tricks with Gojo. When firing max blue, you may think you launch it and that's it, but you can actually control it and move it around. This way, you can scoop up a ton of people and even send them into the stratosphere. During a normal Gojo combo, you might find that two of his basic moves, rapid punches and twofold kick, are a little hard to chain together. The best way to do this is to land twofold kick, and once your enemy is about to hit the ground, catch them with the rapid punches move. Not only is this a powerful combination, but it just looks awesome. The timing is a little hard to master, so you might actually need to practice this one. As you can see here, I'm trash, and I can't land it. Once you've got all that down, you can do combos like this. First, start the normal M1 combo chain. Then, follow up with a twofold kick into rapid punches. Once you knock back, drag them back in with a lapse blue and follow up with an R downwards airborne kick. Then, fire a red. Obviously, if the enemy has ragdoll cancel or knows how to block, this will be harder to pull off, so try to drain the ragdoll cancel first. Things get a little unique with Yuji and Sukuna. The mechanic that can make Yuji the most useful is understanding how to use his R. When using R as Yuji, not Sukuna, you can feint an attack. Basically, you just fake out your enemies. Now, what you really hope for when faking someone out is to either drain their dash for the next couple of seconds or to confuse them when you use the same move twice. Mastering the feint can be something that can prove extremely useful. You can also feint the cursed slam when you're in the air to treat it like a double jump, which can be useful in certain situations. Now, there aren't many hidden moves for Yuji. He is relatively straightforward. He does have some air variants for some of his moves. Curse Strike, when used airborne, is basically a downwards kick, but you don't see this used much because the standard version of Curse Strikes is unironically one of the strongest moves and combo starters in the game. Cursed Blows also has an air variation which just boosts you forward. Very simple. I'm not going to explain Divergent Fist or Manji Kick because if you're watching this video on combos and hidden moves, you should probably already know how to do those correctly. Combos for Yuji can honestly vary between players, but here's what I typically like to use. Like always, start with an M1 combo. Follow this up with the normal curse strikes and a successful black flash. Once you knock them over, you should use the air variant of cursed blows to jump over to them and grab them. The black flash renders them unable to ragdoll cancel for a little bit longer, so you have a very small window to be able to do this last move. Now when you're in Sukuna form, which is your ult, your primary goal is honestly just to destroy everything in sight. There isn't too many combos here, since you can just time some moves right and that's pretty much it, but all your basic moves are pretty independent. Dismantle and Rush work a little well together, since Dismantle can help set up Rush a little bit better, but the only hidden move with Sukuna ulting is casting the World Cutting Slash, and this move on paper is extremely awful. It would never work in a 1v1 against anyone who is competent. It has an extremely long windup, and it nearly one-shots most players. To do this, hit 1, 3, 2, R in succession. This move is really fun to surprise people with. Hakari, the gambler, the Soul's RNG player. Now for the heartbreaking part. Hakari doesn't have any secret or hidden moves really. His R is a block in base form, and his R and his ult speeds up his attacks. That's really it. Everything else was self-explanatory, and I'm not going to go over each move again. I'm assuming you know the basics. Another thing too, Hakari doesn't really have any insane combos to learn. His best combo is pretty much the only combo you can do. Start with M1s, use the shutting doors, M1 combo again, and then Fever Breaker followed by a reverse ball when they're ragdolled. Hakari, ladies and gentlemen, the most basic combos, but still the strongest ultimate in the game. How do I kill this man unless I'm ulting as Sukuna or Gojo?
Oh, you think I'm losing? No, bitch, we losing.
Megumi. Megumi is very interesting. All of his attacks are pretty much ranged, and you can create infinite combos. I don't really have any specific Megumi combo to give, since the best way to play Megumi is just to spam and overwhelm your enemy. One trick I can give is to force your enemy to block, and then use Nue. Using Rapid Escape forces any non-Yuji player to block, so you can get a free Nue hit, or you can dash around them for a free combo starter. Another trick I use when using Divine Dogs is that I hit the enemy when I knock them back normally. For example, if I finish an M1 combo or land a Nue hit, I'll use the dog twice while they're ragdolled, since they won't be able to block it. For the move variations, there are a few. Casting the Toad and then pressing Nue will create a Flying Toad variation which sends your enemies upwards. You can pair this with other moves to make it super strong. Pressing Nue and R makes you fly with Nue too. Ulting as Megumi gives you access to Max Elephant, Great Serpent, and Maharaga. Also this other move that makes you Naruto. Manga readers, please don't hurt me. I know that he does that in the manga. I didn't mean... Oh yeah, I can't really recreate it in a private server, but using a Shadow Swarm next to a domain opens up an entrance for people to go in and out. But to keep this open, you need to hold down the move and let other people in. Everyone pretty much knows how to use these moves, but the biggest piece of advice I can give is to take advantage of being able to swap between your movesets by pressing G. This means you can summon like 6 things at once, but be careful since it does drain your ultimate meter fast. Of course, what I prefer to do is the millisecond someone comes into physical contact with me, summon Maharaga on them. Actual piece of advice on how to summon Maharaga safely. The casting animation is extremely easy to interrupt, so if you plan on summoning Maharaga, get on top of a building. It's a little harder to interrupt if you're on higher elevation, and the casting range can typically reach somebody relatively close to the building you reside on. Plus, when you do cast Maharaga, they'll look super confused because they don't know to look up during the cutscene. Speaking of unfinished things, Mahito is a brand new character that has a really strong combo for the only 3 moves that he has at the time of this video. The moves are pretty simple, but you'll notice that they all give very large knockback. The hammer move can avoid this knockback if you hit the enemy once, look away, and then let the second hammer miss. Then you can continue the combo with a free extender. Something similar can be done with the black flash strike. Similar to Yuji, you hit this black flash by pressing the move again at the perfect drawback time. However, not hitting the black flash makes this into a move you can extend combos with, though it doesn't do a lot of damage. 2 other tricks with Mahito. First, the black flash when activated can hit people who are ragdolled and people who are farther away. It's much easier to land than Yuji's. Second, the gun move on Mahito can also hit people while ragdolled, so after knocking someone down, just unload your gun on them. And now, you should hopefully understand how hidden moves work and whatnot. Until I upload this video and one of 2 things happen. 1, I forget something simple, and everyone in the comments roasts me for it. 2, Z updates the game immediately, making my tutorial slowly become outdated and put on its inevitable deathbed. But then a third thing is definitely going to happen, and that is me thanking you for watching the video and asking you kindly, will you please subscribe? And leave a like. Peace!